In the sample mounting section of the test sample cabin, we have valves to shut off the circulation and recirculation line of each station. The valves that is going to the dial pressure gauges of each line, station 1, 2, 3. You can open or close it easily. You have here connection to the sample piece. This is a circulation line and this is a recirculation line. It sends the water to the sample, and this is recirculating the water and get it back to the water tanks. You also have an air release system here. When you are going to assemble samples, you need to open it for each line that is mounting, that is assembling the test pieces. You need to open for air to be released from that station, and the water will be coming here. This is a hose that releases the air from each station you want to assemble the sample. And also you have a bypass line. It sends some water from the circulation line it bypasses some water from the circulation line to recirculation line. That is also needed for some small pieces for adjust the water flow inside the sample. You also have a rotometer display of the water flowing inside the samples for each station. Be noted that in hot circulation, in hot water circulation, you need to bypass these rotometers that are not suitable for hot water, that is about 90 degrees. Then for checking the water flow inside each station, you need to open the line via these three-way valves like this. It shows you the water flowing inside the rotometer, and whenever you check the water flow, you need to shut the valve off like this to bypass the hot water that is passing from the rotometers. Need to be bypassed and goes to the tanks. You also have adjust valves. Via these three valves, you will easily adjust the recirculation pressure. This is a circulation and this is a recirculation. Because it's water is flowing inside the test assembly, you need different static pressures in different sections of the test assembly. It adjusts the recirculation pressure for each station, and the pressure is shown here. You can easily adjust the pressure of that line where these adjust valves. And the inlet pressure that you see also here in dial gauge, and also digitally in the software of the machine, as the water pressure that is going to the manifold of inlet. I mean the circulation line, the water of the hot water and cold water cycle that is going to the circulation line manifold that is dividing to three, will be automatically controlled via these pumps, electromotors, turning electromotors. RPM will be controlled automatically to adjust the pressure of the inlet pressure automatically based on the set value in the software. And the readout of each line is using these two pressure sensors. I talked about it. And also I talked about these automatic valves. You have 4 automatic valves for hot water line, for cold water line, and for the recirculation line. I mean, this is the water coming from the recirculation line, and these two valves will send the water, will decide to send the water to hot water or cold water based on the signals coming from the software. You also have a circulation pump for the hot water. Hot water tank needs circulation for temperature homogeneity in all places of the inside water tank. It has a flow switch that controls the water being circulated inside the hot water. for if the water is not inside the hot water tank, the flow switches will be off and the control process of the temperature of the hot water will be off, because otherwise the resistance heating elements will be damaged. You also have a signal of flow switches. This is cold water flow switches. When the chiller is not working, you will have a signal that showing that water is not coming to the cold water and is not circulating in the cold water, and the operator can easily check if the water is coming from the chiller or not. You have the automatic valves, solenoid valves, that will control the level, will control the water level inside each water tank. One solenoid valve here for cold tank, another one is in that place for hot water tank. You also have a two resistance heating element here, R1, R2, you see them here. It is for controlling the temperature of hot water tank. You also have three signals that is coming from level switches. You see the cables here. Each water tank has three level switches that controls automatically the water level in both tanks, in both hot and cold water tank. And whenever the signals of second level switch is off, the solenoid valve will be automatically on for controlling the water level inside the water tank, and something about more than half of the capacity of the water tank. That's all. You see all the plumbing, insulation systems for plumbing. Also for water, hot water and cold water tank, we have a very thick, something about 8 centimeter insulation system. And that's all. And also another control function of the machine is here, overheat protection. Whenever the water level switches of the hot water tank is not working or damaged or something like that, and water is not inside the hot water tank, it will be overheated, and when the temperature will be going higher than 102 degrees centigrade, it will automatically off the heating of the resistance heating elements. These three solenoid the solid state relays controls the temperature of the hot water tank, and it all will be off for the resistance heating elements not to be damaged. That's all. You also have emergency switch here. In emergency cases you can use it. This was a brief introduction and brief training video of our thermal cycling tester.